Okay, I wouldn't mind this job. I like this job. I think I might come back and do it again.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look at that. How are you?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Nice to see you. How you doing?
Liberals are melting down as Trump breaks the internet over working a shift at McDonald's. Welcome back to the JP Reaction Show, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we do like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters because truth conquers. Freedom fighter President Trump is doing a lot right now. So over the weekend, he worked a shift at a McDonald's. Internet's just buzzing over it. He's up even more in the polls. It is really incredible. We'll see some highlight clips of that. But first, we can't help but notice some leftist liberals are freaking out over it, just trying to spin it to be the worst thing imaginable. They're saying things like Trump was working at McDonald's. That was staged. Like, first of all, yeah, of course it was. Like, do you think he tried to go in there covert, no media, not tell anybody? Like, of course it was staged. However, the way they're trying to say it's staged is just 1984. They're trying to accuse him of doing what they have done. So, hey, Trump working at McDonald's is staged. Oh, the way Biden getting inoculated is staged here, as it's supposed to be at the White House, but it is clearly a sound stage. Who knows where? This is not the actual White House. That's a set design meant to look like the White House, while Biden is getting God knows what injected to his arm. But I would guess for him and elites like him, they weren't getting injected with what they were trying to inject you with. So it was staged. Look at that. Like, yeah, no, it was like staged in an authentic way. Staged and cameras are there and he's intentionally doing it for his campaign, but not like staged like it's a McDonald's set and they're handing out people mRNA French fries. No. That wasn't staged. And we can't help but notice everything Trump touches turns to gold. Everything Kamala touches turns to dog poop. Here you can see in one of the latest polls, the Electoral College win probability. Holy poop, Batman, 93.2%. in favor of Trump, where Kamala is carrying just a 6.4% win probability of the Electoral College. That is from a Real Clear Politics poll. And here you can see a Polymarket poll that shows Trump is up 62.1% to Kamala's 37.6%. These are whopping margins for a presidential race. Typically, it is just so much closer than this. So everything Trump is touching turns to gold, including the Golden Arches. Now, one of my favorite aspects of him working at McDonald's, well, there's two. Seeing people's reactions, just such genuine gratitude for him as they pull up in the drive-thru. And then also as Trump was bashing the fake news media outside McDonald's as he gives them French fries. We'll see that in a minute. But first, here is President Trump dishing up fries. You can see, hands on.
Tight. We got the salt on it.
I don't know why this is so amusing, but it
Never
is.
touches the human hand.
Very good, very
Nice
good.
and full.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's the best order of fries. Nice and full. It's tight. Never touches a human hand. Does it touch hands of other species, though? So anyway, he was there literally getting his, not his hands dirty, but greasy. Now watch a clip of a lady coming through a drive-thru from Brazil, and she's saying something I think very significant to President Trump. And listen to his response.
A lot of fun here, everybody.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Look at all the fake news of it.
Lady pulls up, it's like she's seeing God, and he's just pointing out, look at the fake news out there.
Hello, everybody.
You can fake this,
And
right?
you know this is compliments of Trump, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. President,
Yes.
please don't let the United States become Brazil, my native Brazil.
We'll keep it
Please,
good.
please, please.
We're going to make it better than ever, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, Mr.
Compliments
President.
of Trump.
Yes.
Have a good time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you over there.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Have a good time.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you. Bye, darling.
See you.
Have a good time. Thank you.
Now, I think a beautiful thing is President Trump was buying everybody's food. I wouldn't be surprised if he had to like rent out the whole McDonald's, pay a fee where the in-person dining isn't a thing for security reasons. So this, I'm sure, cost him a lot of money. in addition to the money he had to spend on people's food. But I also think it's funny as he points out, like, giving food to everybody, like, this is compliments of Trump. It's like, yeah, we kind of know that. But also, I don't think he drew a salary. I don't think he took the minimum wage. I think he did all this pro bono, actually expense out of his pocket. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first, we've all felt the stress of rising costs. But one of the biggest offenders, it's not gas, it's not groceries, it's healthcare. Health insurance premiums alone have increased by 47% over the last 10 years. So ask yourself these two questions. Is your money being optimized? And is your doctor practicing traditional sick care medicine? At the wellness company, they take a different path. They blend holistic, naturalistic, and preventative medicine while cutting out the middlemen and government bureaucrats. That's how they created the One Wellness Elite membership. This is care for the modern era. How does it work? Well, for only $100 a month, you get 2 free medical grade nutraceuticals per month, free prescriptions on over 800 of the most common medications, access to concierge telemedicine available at a moment's notice, also free. Plus, you get an additional 15% off all supplements or emergency kits. There is no trickery or fine print in what I just said. What are your expenses per month between supplements, prescriptions, and doctor's visits? If it's $100 or more, you should consider the One Wellness Elite membership. It's care you'll actually use every month and save money along the way. This is not insurance, it's well care. To learn more about this incredible membership, go to twc.health/JPReacts and click memberships. And use code JPReacts at sign up for 15% off. That's twc.health/JPReacts. One Wellness Elite memberships are the way. Enjoy. Next, folks, you'll see pulling up, share an equal amount of excitement and appreciation for President Trump.
I could do this all day. I wouldn't mind this job. I like this job. I think I might come back and do it again.
Thank you.
Actually, I'd imagine working at McDonald's would give you a far better quality of life than being president of the United States. Like, no joke. I would rather work at McDonald's than be the president.
Look at that. Look at that. How are you?
Thank you, Mr. President. You made it possible for ordinary people like us to meet you.
You're not ordinary.
I mean, thank you so much
You are
for
not
everything you
ordinary.
do.
I can see.
We pray for you, and you are the type of person we want to be the president.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So nice.
Taking the bullet for
Thank you
you.
very much. Yeah, I took a bullet. That's right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
When you think about it, I guess that's right.
Thank you.
When you think about it, I guess I did take a bullet. To me, that appreciation, that love, it says a lot about President Trump and what he represents to a lot of people. I have never, and I watch a lot of clips on the internet, I have never seen anything close to that coming towards Kamala. That's not just propaganda media, but like a genuine sentiment. I don't know if anybody, like even her husband or his pregnant nanny, like I don't know if anybody on earth feels that way about Kamala, let alone someone in the general public that's just meeting her for the first time. Like, oh my gosh, Kamala, so great to meet you. You put my brother in prison for 20 years on a marijuana charge while you were the Attorney General of California. Thank you so much, Kamala. You did that. Thank you. And here you can see just a little bit of support for President Trump outside the McDonald's. What a beautiful sight. All these freedom lovers coming out. They're probably not even getting a chance to see President Trump, but they wanted to show their support anyway. Now, something I love to watch is President Trump calling out the fake news. It's just like he's a tiger batting around a little rabbit, like he toys with them. They have no power over him. Like everything they put out depends on him. He is just a tiger batting around a flaccid rabbit. Take a look at what happened at McDonald's.
Thank you. We're going to take a look at the Trump store. If Secret Service can do it, I'm doing it. I like the idea. We have plenty of time.
Takeout order. What's your takeout order?
I don't know. What do you want? Do you want something when you're there?
French fries.
I'll tell you what. How about if we gave you some French fries? All right.
There you go.
Are you? That's sort of a bribe, but I think a bribe for a buck is okay, right? I'm going to get you some French fries. Somebody come up here and take them. Let's get them some French fries, okay? These for the fake news. These guys don't get any. They're nice and warm and comfortable, right?
They're for the fake news. Right. But he's treating him so kindly. Now, one thing I thought of as soon as I saw, oh, Trump is working at a McDonald's, and he said some great things about McDonald's as a company, is like a certain level of hypocrisy within his campaign. Now, I'm not calling him out on this, like I totally get it. Yet, in reality, there's a certain level of hypocrisy in his campaign. What is that? And that's RFK Jr. and his whole team of amazing people that are heading up the Make America Healthy Again campaign. It is catching on like wildfire, and man, it is decades overdue. I'm so thankful for RFK Jr. and President Trump for boosting RFK Jr.'s efforts and all the people associated with RFK Jr. So it dawned on me, like, here's Trump, like he's thanking McDonald's, saying they're a great company, handing out their food, while RFK Jr. is crusading to basically ban the food poisons, and there's many within McDonald's food. So that's what I thought of initially, and then I jumped on Twitter. I'm like, okay, other people have thought of this too. There's a bunch of memes out there, and this one caught my attention. RFK Jr. watching Trump cook fries in seed oils. Old Walter White flashback to Breaking Bad as he's watching his brother-in-law Hank get killed. Rest in peace, Hank. Now, a potential strategy of this McDonald's move that is one of the components of why it worked so well for Trump, whether it was a strategy intentionally or not, is Kamala Harris not too long ago came out and said, I worked at McDonald's back in the day, apparently as a tactic of like, you know, being relatable. The most unrelatable people try their best to be relatable, and the more they do it, the less relatable they are. A lot of people called her out on it. Like, we don't think you worked at McDonald's. We'll see in a second, McDonald's themselves have said, we have no record of her working here. So, cut to Trump at the drive-thru. Here's what he had to say about that.
Mr. President, you actually have worked at McDonald's now versus...
Now I have worked at McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
Are you going to put this on your
I
resume?
never worked here.
Why would she lie about something like that? Will be put on your resume.
I worked at McDonald's.
I've now worked at McDonald's for 15 minutes longer than Kamala ever has. She never worked at McDonald's. She lied about it. I love it. As if working at McDonald's makes you qualified to be a president. It doesn't, but lying about it is certainly a ding against her character. And boy, has she had some lies. And McDonald's put this out on October 20th, cutting to the part about Kamala. Though we are not a political brand, we've been proud to hear former President Trump's love for McDonald's and Vice President Harris's fond memories working under the arches. While we and our franchisee don't have records for all positions dating back in the to the early 80s. So that's basically their way of saying we don't have records of her working here. It doesn't mean she didn't, but it means McDonald's does not have records of it. And I also wonder, like, the people that own McDonald's, and I know it's a franchise, so like there's a lot of owners, but I just imagine like McDonald's Corporation head. I could imagine they're Trump fans, because there's no reason for them to even volunteer the information. We don't have records going back to the 1980s, if she worked here or not. Like, they could have just not said that. So that's, I do wonder if that's like a subtle way of, not so subtle way of them saying, like, oh, yeah, we can't. So that's the deal on Trump's golden touch to the golden arches. And of course, liberals freaking out about it, trying to spin it. It's staged. It's horrible. It's great. Let me know what you think of Trump's McDonald's strategy in his campaign, which, by the way, I'm not a fan of, like, the food or the quality. I do think there's some food industrial propaganda deception that McDonald's plays out, certainly. Yet, I love the strategy of President Trump, and I love the freedom for people to eat crap if they want and clean if they want. So with all that said, let me know what you think about all this. I look forward to reading your comments, and I will look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, keep on loving it.